There's an album worth your time that just dropped. With No Due Respect by Foggieraw. It landed February 27th, and it feels like a moment this DMV raised Ghana born MC stops being someone you follow closely and starts being someone everyone knows about. If you've been around the social media spaces lately, Foggy Raw wasn't exactly under the radar. Singles, strong visuals, a style that sits somewhere between rap and spoken word in a way that actually works. Tracks like Prairie View, um, Stay a While with Ari Lennox, and Love Don't Cost a Thing showed his range and built the anticipation. But those were table setters. With no due respect, this is a meal. A full 17 track album that doesn't rush itself. This isn't a 30-minute tape designed for casual streaming. It asks you to sit with it and that it's worth paying attention to. In all, it's 51 minutes. It's a perfect time to take a rap break. Three things about this project that stand out to me is first, the features are doing real work. Larry June shows up on Disrespectfully Declined. Check out the music video for that. Recently dropped. Um, Ari Lennox on Stay a While. John Legend on Grow Up. And none of it feels like feature stacking for the press release. Each voice carries its own counterpoint to Foggy Raw's energy, pushing the emotional stakes to the tracks that they're on. The production is deliberate, not loud. The piano lines and steady bass, horn samples, nothing here is competing for Foggy's voice. The beats create a mood and then just step back. Across 17 tracks, that restraint keeps things from feeling exhausting, which is hard to pull off at that length. You're asking people for an hour. He raps like he's talking to you. Whether the subject is love, identity, fate, there's a conversation, spoken word quality to his flow that never loses rhythm. Some of these lines feel like something you write in a notebook at 2 a.m. when your thoughts finally start making sense. Tracks like Unisex, this is a gentle but grounding opener that sets the emotional temperature for everything that follows. Faith lies. Faith lies, man. This is straight poetry. This is straight poetry. They ain't teach you how to do all that gyrating in a book of lamentations. What would your pastor think? Remember your old boy didn't slide, didn't give you ride, left it for me to drive? What would that bastard think? Who'd you thought you'd be out here all on your own paying off all your loans? What would Fast for think? Don't see you a lot, yes. I know it is true. But I still call you my boo. What would Casper think? High as the northern lights, like what would NASA think? Hiding you in the house, like what would Massa think? My life a movie, give a fuck what the actors think. Visions of you, give a fuck what Raven Baxter think. Do these jeans make my do these jeans make me look fat? I think. Even fatter, I think. Only care about what God and Rob Glasper would think. Well, God and Robert Glasper, that's who is your arbiter. There you go. Like if he's trying to please Robert Glasper and then God and then Robert Glasper, like that lets me know that this is jazz rap at peak, at straight peak. Blink if you hear a vibration and you feel me. Blink out there if you feel me out there. If you feel the vibration, you feel me. Blink on time. Let me know you're alive. Blink like roller skate movie from the Disney. Linked at the haberdashery owned by Mini Mink. Hate you factoring that these eight other think. Hate you factoring that. Factoring what these eight others think. Can we try to just work it out? Maybe see a shrink. Brought it down to the mental health. Like we need to check ourselves. We need to check ourselves if we got our perspective. Our whole perspective is whack, right? And so he's spitting the bars on that. So Faith Lies, check that one out. Stay Alive featuring Ari Lennox. This is smooth and soulful, classic late night listening. Boyfriend in Your Brain. This is playful and a little self aware. One of the singles that led the rollout and earned his place on the full project. Psalm 62, though. Psalm 62 has 2.6 million plays. 2.6 million plays because yeah, this would be the highest play track because it had a lot of runtime on social media, and particularly like you got the Alicia Keys sample on there, um, and he got that cleared and got that put on the project. That one and it still fits. It still fits the body of work there. So he stayed consistent, even though that song's been in doing the rounds for years now. Glad to see it here, and it flows right with the energy that's going on in the project, and putting a flag in this whole thing. The emotional high point of this project for sure. It's conflict and honest longing in the all in the same breath. He says here, "Am I the test dummy you gonna use to learn how to love correctly? Huh? Is you gonna teach all the things I taught you to someone else and forget me? Hmm? I love those ad libs. It fits so perfectly for the time and the beat. It is part of the storytelling. Would I be bitter if I said that new nigga that you going ain't impress me? Hmm? You gotta come to my house, break that type of news with your mouth. Can't just text me. What? Is you acting like this to get me back? Is loving you competitive sport a tit for tat? Is I'm way too invested or overzealous? Is you posting that nigga to make me jealous? Is you? Well, damn bitch, you did. Fuck. That delivery was so perfect. His comedic timing is exact. See me and you are no exclusive thing. Committed. We said we see other people, but bitch, you did it. You weren't supposed to go and do it, but damn, bitch, you did. Fuck. And it's just like he's off rhythm just like that, and he just drops those ad libs, and they just like are just punctuation marks at the end of a bar, whether it rhymes or not. That shit bang. I don't really think you a bitch. You just leaving my heart cold. You upset me. So he's vulnerable. As is a vulnerable. Like, what is the essence of what you feeling right now, nigga? Give it words. Give it some words. Use your words. You upset me. You left my heart cold. You hurt me. All my flaws are you were the one that accepted me. You were special to me. All my flaws and stuff. Can nobody else see past all that? But you accepted me for me. And this nigga is talking from a place of love. And he was hurt. And so, like, fuck. Alright. Captures all that in rhyme form. It takes a poet to do that. And he's blending poetry and rap, which a lot of times poets who turn to rappers, not just rap, not if you're like a born rapper, but like poets who like, well, I write rhymes and it's great for the poetry scene, but then you turn it into raps and then it just sounds like a poetry nigga trying to do rap and it just don't flow right. And then you have another combination of mumble rap, mumbling and rap, and then like we came off a bar, we came up on bars. Even if you ain't have bars, we mostly want to know that you're talking words. Like that mumbling stuff was just like a whole different phenomenon, just like a whole different like genre. It's almost like scatting or humming. And when humming and whistling was introduced into the songs, it became one of these sort of like uh, what can be what I'm looking at it now is like a fundamental element. There's sometimes I know I've listened to projects and listened to tracks where artists would just not even say the not even say the subject of the predicate of the predicate from the predicate. Like they wouldn't even say the thing. They would just let the bar go blank, and the audience just listen to it, be like, "Oh, I know what word would go there," and it feels like you're like singing along a little bit, even if you're not singing along. But you kind of like get accepted into this cultural awareness of this particular what word should go here. So that's even like a toolkit, a tool in the toolkit. Um, and the way that he is using mumble rap for a poet to collaborate with the idea of mumbling something, a poet who you gonna have to hear these words, hear me articulate, right? That's why Ti should have went into freaking spoken word before he went to comedy. I think he would have been great at some spoken word, but he also makes it funny. That's the difference. Foggieraw. Foggieraw makes it a little bit, also makes it a little bit funny. With no due respect, this feels like a man staking a claim. Again, it's not. Just want to be clear. It's not mumble rap, but there are elements of mumble rap in it. Um, and I don't want to like use the term mumble rap as if it was a pejorative. Again, I think it's a tool. And we just didn't know how to use it right early on. You even see what's his name? Panda Designer. Like, have you heard his new project? His new stuff? He's grown. He's evolved. So we're off the mumble rap. We just didn't know how to use that tool, and we know how to use it now. And that's what Foggy Raw has captured on this project. This isn't something you throw on in the background. It lives in the intentional moments. Maybe commute headphones, or an evening with nowhere to be, or that quiet stretch of time when your head finally slows down. The themes, love, ambition, faith, complicated relationships, are the kind that sit with you long after the album ends. Best way to hear it is for the first time. Just take a long walk by yourself, sink into it, somewhere we can actually think. It's personal, it's layered, and it asks for your attention in a way most records don't even bother to try for these days.